Good evening. Good evening, faculties. Welcome to all. Welcome to this session. Yeah, good evening, everyone. And first of all, I give apologies for yesterday's session. Yeah. So yesterday I have some technical issues. That's why we have in middle of the session the live was ended. So sorry for that. So today we can followed by the yesterday topic. Then we can continue with that today's session in fourth today's topic. Okay. So yesterday we will we was middle of the topic, that is a classification type, right? One is music genre prediction. That was we will discussed in last session. So today we can continue with that. Next we can go with that next. Another topic of A and ML concept. Okay. So I'm really sorry for yesterday's session. Okay, now I continue. So I hope everything is clear. My voice and screen and everything is clear. If you have any deviations, you can give a message in a chat box. We will. I will sort out the problem. Okay, already I was sharing the last 2 days session, right? Day 1, 2, the both presentation and source code, everything will share in your group. So once you check it, everyone, and just work with that. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the next session, and tomorrow also we have a last day session. So you can ask in the next session. Okay. So now we can entering the concept. So don't waste the time. So just a minute. Okay, now I entering. So yesterday is the day supervised learning techniques. That was classification. Already day 2 we was discussed in a regression type. That is sound is okay. Yeah, thank you sir, Bharat sir and Geet Kalani sir. So again it's buffering now. Now it's okay. Now the live is streaming. Yesterday also we was facing the same issue. So now everything is clear. So once again check it, sir. Yeah, fine. Yeah, thank you, sir. Nanayamuthis, thank you for that. Okay, so then we can continue with the classification, and every algorithms we will see. Logistic, recke, nearest neighbors, and support vector, decision tree, random forest, and gradient boosting. Everything is specific for a classification type. And next one is unsupervised. So we know that everything we will see in a day 2 session. So now we can directly entering the concept of music genre prediction. So I think yesterday I was stopped into. Okay, just a minute. So already you know about this. So you know about this process, how to upload the data. So that is third time we will see in this particular data uploading concept. So I think everyone you know fluently. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So in this classification type, it is a very small less data because it's only 18 entries only is there. So because of, yeah, wait a second. So why means is 18 entries only is there because 18 people based on the interest of the particular genre. So based on gender and age wise, they have which kind of genre they have the interest. We will see in that. So the tail also same like that. And shape, so that is a count of the row and the columns count. So how much row and how much columns is there. And value counts of age means here there is less data, so that's why we can easily find out the age of the particular count. So the 20 age people, there is 2 people are in 26 age 2 people is there. So like that way we have too much data means it's a little more difficult to find out the particular counts. So that's why we can follow this kind of step in this particular data set. Okay. So next one, that is value counts of genres, because genre is one of the class based. So text based one, so repeated things is there. So you can see classical is this kind of type of classical genre is there. That means 6 people are interested in the genre count. Classical genre, and 3 people are interested in acoustic, 3 people are interested in dance, 3 people are interested in hip hop, and 3 people are interested in jazz. That's why the genre is executed, and gender is already we can easily identify because only 18 entries. The equal is split into 9 people's male, 9 female, and information also we known as and entries and 0 to 17 index value of that starting to ending, column names, null values, and data types of the particular column. And is null, like is null is to find out the count of null values. Already we know it's everything is 0 because there is no null values. Duplicate also same like here, so because the duplicate values are not there because very less data. We can execute the plottings in a scatter plot way. Here age wise how much, so which people, which kind of genre they have to interest. 20 age people there, here only age based one is not gender based, okay, because of age based, that is 20 is an dance one, and 25 is an 20 age peoples are mostly interested in a dance. 20 to 25 age people same like us, 20 to 25 age people is an also interested in a hip hop, okay, same like that. The 25 to near 30, they both this kind of range of peoples interesting in the acoustic as well as jazz. So above 30 peoples may be interested in a classical, so we can make it a group, okay. So we can classify the group in this particular like age group people wise. We can find out the genre, a genre like that. Next we can find out the count plus. I think again above cells is not run because of we will stop in a selection like in this particular cell. So we can continue with that. We can check it the count of the genre, that is like same this because everything will be there. Hip hop is a 3 count and jazz is a 3 count, classical is a 6 count, dance is a 3 count, acoustic is a 3 count. So if you need a color variation means we can add it to the hue format. The hue is need to show the color variation of each columns. Genre, yeah. So now I can run this. So you can see the each column is, each value is having different colors. Next I have to find out the gender count. So already we know that is equally splitted like 0 and 1's like. So 0 is a female and 1 is a male, like that way. Both gender are equally splitted, the 9 and 9 count. Okay, so next one, splitting data. So already we know the steps also. Split the data like x is equal to x is the input, y is the output. So music dot drop function, it helps to drop our target column. Genre is our target column because we have to find out the age and gender wise the person is which kind of genre the mostly interested. That's why we have to predict. That's why we can split the genre in next variable. That means y variable, that is output. Okay. So now I can run this historic into the individually. We can run this one. So x input is having age and gender only. Output is having only genre or genre, whatever it is. Next, the train test split function. We can split the data as well as train our data. So that's why sklearn is a scikit-learn library to model selection. From this particular package, we can extracting the module, train test split module. So once I run this, so we can check it that, so input x train is a input training, x test input testing, y train is output training, y test is the output testing. So train test split is a function like module name, we can assign it here, then we can assigning our input and output variables. So x is having the age and gender column, y is having the genre column. So we need a both data is need to train our model. Okay, first in the school days period, the teacher will teaching the question as well as answer, the concept of the question, and in the question how can we get create the answer. So both they have to give a training. After that we have to check the testing process, that is the exam. So same like here we have to train our model, so that's why we need to give it our input as well as output. And test size is a 0.3, that is size of the particular data, test size of the data. And random state is a 42, so that is tabling to our accuracy score. That's why I already said this. So now we can go with that x train, that is input train. It is randomly assigning the values. Here is not order way in index order wise is not take it to the training process. Randomly it's assigning to for the training process. Okay, now we can check it with that x test. Here some of the value, where what kind of value is missing here. The missing data are going to the testing process. So you can find out the difference between the both. Here the 1, 3, this kind of missing values are going to the testing purpose. Okay, now so next we can go with that train shape, input training shape. That is 18 data, so we can splitting into the 12 means that is the 70% highest amount of data going to the training purpose, and 20% or 30% of data is coming to the testing purpose, because the 6 data only is the in 100 of we can split it the 18, that is a 6. Can you please explain 921? Okay, where is the 21? Yeah. So nothing, sir. The 21 is the line is, sir, we have to split the data as well as train to our data. Already I told this x and y is an input, we can individually split it. Output value we can individually split it in a y variable. So here we can 4 types of variable we have to split. We kept assigning the data into training purpose as well as testing purpose. Same like us input as well as output. So x already we know that is the input value. Okay. So input data we can to split. We have to split xtrain and xtest format. So xtrain is an input training data, like that kind of values stored into for the xtrain variable. Xtest is the input testing data. So that's the data are stored like this. So once I call the xtrain variable, I am not using the individually like actually I have to assigning the data like this format. Wait a second. So like this again I have to assigning the xtest is equal to paste it here. So like this way I have to initialize, but it is a too much process. Okay, we have individually create the variables and 3 to 4 lines we have to make. So that's why I can assigning in a single line the 4 variable I have to fix it, because we have to split our data into the same variable. That's why I have to using the single line in every that 4 variable. How much data will be used for training? So there is 3 kind of ranges, sir. 70%, 80% and 90%. Okay, so based on the test size wise we have to assigning the training. So here I can mentioning the 0.3 means 30% of data is going to the testing. So remaining 70 is for training purpose. So we can fix the testing size, automatically the training size will be assigned here. So based on the 100% range wise. If I have to assigning into 0.2 means the 80% is going to the training. 0.1 means 90% of training is going to the test. Data is going to be training. So like that way they have to assigning. Okay. So most of the training purpose we need a lots of data. Maximum of data. So that's why. What is base to train data? Okay. So next question. Okay, so I give it the example. Okay, so now the bike is there. Okay, the particular bike we need a what was that? We have to give it to the fuel. We have put in the fuel. The bike was running, right? How the bike was running? We need a air checking as well as fuel and the particular what was that? The wheel alignment. Everything is needed. If the bike was running, we need some kind of apparatus. So the tire is having a what is that? The fixed type. Range of the air as well as fuel. Everything is needed. Same like that. Our model has to be predict on kind of data. We have to first train our data. Okay. Then the trained data we have to assigning to our model, initialize to our model. How the bike is needed for this kind of apparatus, same like that the machine learning model we have to train means we need our data and everything we will properly we have. That's where the model has to be predict well. So that is the purpose. We have to split the data as well as train our data. And yeah, so here I have assigning this 70% for training, 30% for testing. So here again I testing for this. You can see only 12 data only is 12 entries only is there. We can count it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 11 12. Only 12 entries going for the training purpose because we have only less data. So that's why remaining 6 entries going to the testing. You can see here 6 3 or 6. It was not a fixed one. Fixed means in ascending order they have to train. It's not fixed one. Randomly the values will be taken. Okay. How train work on test data? Oh, sir, you can asking about this line, right? In this line, we can split our data for training and testing individually. Here, the testing data means I already said the manually we can give the some data that also the particular model has to be predict. In our data set here, I think here the ninth index is there, right? So I can't give it that particular mentioned data only. I have to give it. It is not one. I mean, not no needed. Manually, I can assign. For example, here 24 age is not there, I think, right? Yeah, 24 is not there because in this particular data set 24 age is not there. So that's why I can give it the 24 aged male people means the particular my model has to be predict based on the relatable data. Test data is CSV file. Sorry sir, what I try to ask? So already we have one CSV file. In that particular CSV file, we have to assigning the like splitting the data into training and testing. Like the two way we have to split the data. Yeah, that also one we can say that's a CSV, like table format. Yeah. So next one that we can check is the shape. Okay. So the purpose of the training and testing means we have to initializing to our data for our model for training purpose. So that's why we can split the data into the input training, input testing as well as output training, output testing. Yeah, of course, of course. Mridupatpan Sakya. So of course, is randomly taking the data. So it's not a ascending order like that way. Of course, this data frame is a CSV file. You can see. In the CSV, we have to upload in the cell. In the same entire data, we are splitting into our training and testing purpose. Manually, we can split the data. Okay, what I try to say, you understand. Here is our entire CSV. In this particular data CSV file, we have to manually splitting for our training purpose. We can splitting into training, testing, input training, input testing, output training, output testing. Like that way, we have to split our data. Simply said, it is a splitting process. Okay, the variable name only is a X train, like input train. In this data, we have to assigning for our training to our model. So we have to check the shape. You can see there is a 12 data is going to for training purpose, 6 data is going to for the testing purpose. So next we can go with that model creation. So model creation means the scale-learn, the scikit-learn. The tree model we have to choose, that is a decision tree classifier. Wherever the decision tree we have to use means there is the multi-class values is there means we can choose decision tree classifier. Because the tree is look like having some kind of branches, right? The entire tree having some kind of leaf branches, same like that. Here our data set having 6 kind of classes. The classical, acoustic, dance, what was that? Then hip hop and jazz, like that way. There is multiple classes. There is a yes or no type. The multi classes is there, so that's why we can choose decision tree. The tree is the basis they have a multiple branches. So like that only we have choose the decision tree in this particular place for our classification. So decision tree classifier for classification model. So we can create the model variable. We can store it our model. Then we have to fit our model for training process. Model.fit and X train and Y train, like that. So once it is executed like this, the model was trained successfully. Next we are checking to our accuracy score. So from sklearn.metrics and import to our accuracy score. So accuracy score is important for our prediction, right? So that's why I give it to this. So predicted output, the OP is that is our wish. The predicted output as well as the model, the everything, every name in my wish I have to assigning here. So whatever you need, you can assigning the name. So predicted output or predicted value, anything. Okay, not clear. Okay, sir, wait. Okay. Already, sir, already we will splitting the data like here. So input and the output, same like that way we have to split the data. Our target column is a genre column, genre. In that particular genre, based on the human's age and gender wise, the particular person which kind of genre is interested. That was we have to predict. Our input values are age and gender column. Okay. So for example, first 20 age male is there. In that particular male person, which kind of genre is interested? Maybe it is a dance, means the output will comes like a dance genre. Like that way the output will be there for our expectation. Okay, so that's why we can split the data, like drop the genre column into the another variable, that is y is equal to music genre. Okay, so now I have to check. So x is then having age and gender column. The another column genre, the prediction column will be stored into the another variable. So already we can split in the x input and the y output. Like that way we have split it our data. Next we can train and test. Train data and test data. Like that way we have to split. It is mandatory for machine learning concept. Why? Because of our model has to be our exact data also they have to predict. As manually or randomly we can give it the without mentioning the data in our data set, means that also the model has to be predict. Okay, now I said the example, right? Because here the 24 age people is not there. I can give the input like a 24 male is which kind of product, genre has to be interested. In that place, in that time, the model has to be predict based on the related data, because 24 means nearest one. So most of the wait a second. So in this training process, 24 is not there, and 1 is a male. We have to assigning that. So 25 male already 1 is and 25 male only is there. The particular male people is interested in a just a minute. We have to see our data set. That's why we can easily understand. Yeah, 25 male is mostly interested in a hip hop. So the particular model automatically they have to think like predict this 24 age boy also interesting in the hip hop. That was machine's prediction. How it is that? How it is possible? With the help of the testing data, they have to give it some kind of random suggestion. Prediction is also there's approximate value, that is a not fixed value, right? Based on the previous data, they have to predict something. So that's why we have to split the data into training as well as testing. The testing data is having two kind of purpose we have to use. Based on these values wise, the model has to be randomly give the prediction, as well as we can give this exact value to our prediction also. Here I have to choose this maybe 30 age male. Okay, 30 age male, which kind of genre they have to interest. I asking in this giving this input for my model. So they have to comparing with this particular training data. 30 age male, okay, I will check. So here 30 age male is not there. So they have to nearly predict to that nearest one 31st male. Okay, so 31st male, which kind of genre they have to interest. They have to compare into our original data set. Where was that? Yeah, classical. Oh, sorry, not there. Yeah, classical, right? Because the 30 is the nearest to 31. So that's why the model has to be automatically predict the classical genre. The particular male person is interested in a classical genre, like that way. So that's why we have using the training and testing individually. We can split our data into training and testing process. Simply said, we have to split the data into the training and the testing individually. In this line is represent to this split the data in individual format. Okay, I hope you understand. Once I run this, you can maybe you can easily understand the concept. So just wait. Okay, so now we have to check the accuracy score. So once I upload accuracy score value, model, then we have to go to predict the output. So now X test. Yeah, now you can see X test. Already we can give it that for training process. I will give into the X train and the Y train, input training and output training. Both things only I have to give it for training process, because the particular value is only having much kind of data. There is around 12 count of entries is there. Okay, there are various decision tree algorithms like ID3 and C4.5, like etc. Okay, so it's by default which algorithm is implemented in scikit-learn's decision tree classifier. Yeah, mostly ID3 is a default one. In most of the decision tree classifiers, they have to using a ID3. In regression, it may be some based on the type, problem type wise, they have to differ. But classifier is having only ID3 type is a decision trees model, like version wise we can say it. So regressions I don't know exactly. So give a time. Once I check with today and tomorrow I will give answer for regression type of decision tree regression. Okay. Okay, so now we can go with the testing. Yeah. So predicted output we have to, based on the testing data space, we can check it our accuracy. So once I run this, and predicted output is hip hop. Okay, because why is because of X test is having this kind of journals only is there. Based on the input remaining, you can see it here. Here is a sixth kind of index. So 20 aged male is interested in a hip hop. Okay, hip hop genre, as well as 23 aged male also interested in a hip hop genre. Same what was that? 37 aged male is also interested in a jazz genre, and 30 aged people also interested in a jazz. So last one, 26 aged male is an acoustic. So almost 3/6 is there, right? Yeah, right. So last one is acoustic. So based on this sixth input testing data, the predicted output is predicting like a or properly they have to predict that exact output in our data set. Okay, now so now we can understand what I tried to said before that. 20 aged male is interested in a hip hop. So we can confirm this music dot head 20. If I run the data set, so you can see what was that we have. First one is that 20 aged male. Okay, so 20 aged male is a hip hop. You can see the first one, 20 aged male is a hip hop genre. They have to interest. The person is interest. So the output also properly predicted. So this purpose only we have to split the data in training as well as testing. So next one is okay. Where was that? So first the index number, because in this one we have advantage, the index value also that we can easily find out our data. So 23 male is interested in a hip hop. So our second value also, so second prediction also is represent to the hip hop. The third one is eighth index data, that is 37 age male. 37 age male. So he is interested in a classical. The 8th index, 37 age male, that is interested in a classical. So our prediction is a classical. So like this kind of format only we have to split our data in training as well as testing. Okay, now you can understand why I split the data for this place. So now again check it to our Y test, that means output testing. The every values is storing in a table format. That's why here they are represented in a list format. everything is stored in, showing in a table format. That's the difference between this predicted output as well as exact output. So y-test system already exist output. Our predictor also properly predict that correct output or not. That is our focusing point. Now we can check it to our prediction, like score value. So score is the accuracy of our y-test values as well as predicted output into 100. So we can check it our value. The every multiply, find out the value is multiplied by the 100. They have comes to the 100th value. So out of 100, how much score we have? So that is full 100, because the decision tree classifier is fit for this kind of prediction, because it's a very less data. So everything is, the entire data is having have a null values or duplicate values. That's why the 100% accuracy is there. So the particular prediction is not going to the another, wrong output. It's given or never given or wrong output. Okay. So for an additional purpose, I have to give a next another model, that is a random forest classifier. So ensemble model is that. So model 2. So here I am mentioning to the model 2. Already decision tree is in model 1. The random forest is a model 2. Random forest classifier, I have to give it here. Again give the X train and Y train. And again check the accuracy score. Here also I can check the score value. It's a 83% only. Okay, because I will show the slide in the random forest is not there, because maybe that is fit for regression. So some kind of algorithms give a 100% accuracy. Some kind of algorithms give only above 70, but it is not a below category. They given a good model, but it is not a perfect model. Maybe based on the algorithm wise, they have to give a different accuracy value. So in this comparison mode, we can choose the highest value of accuracy. So decision tree is having the highest value. That's why we can choose in the decision tree to our prediction. So model 1 we have to choose, because it have a 100% accuracy. So that's why. Now we can go with that build predicting system. So input is a 31. So that's why already we see in a car price prediction, right? So 30-aged male is interested, which kind of genre they have to interest. Our input is only two values. One is his age and his gender. Is a male or female, like that. So now I give it a different one. So before that I have to run our original data. So we have to start with the female. So 26th female, she is interested in an acoustic genre. Now we know what is that answer. So our model also properly predict or not. So we have to check. So 26 age, female girl, which kind of genre they have to interest. The output comes like a acoustic. Now you can see that is predicted like a acoustic. Now we can go with that 37.1. So already we check. Oh, 33.1. We can give it like this. The predictive system all properly predicted or not. 31st male. I run this. Again we can check. In this time we have to, the output comes like a classical genre. You can see that is the classical genre. Okay, so now both are giving like a same output. So now by giving to the different one, because here you can notice that the male people is now have a 22 age person. 22 age is not there. 24 age male people is not there. So I give it that age like that, because you can notice the range. So 20 to 25 age people mostly interested in a hip hop. So our predictions also give it the same kind of genre. If I give it to the 22 or else 24, the predicted output is a hip hop only. Now we can try this. 22 male is interesting in a hip hop. Again it's given to the 24. Okay, so everything, if I give it to the 26, they have to give a different 26 now, different genre, because jazz. Why? Because of after the 25 they have given different genre, because the 26 male, the exact value is present in our data set. So that's why. So same I have to give it into the below 20. So below 20 means I give a 19 or 80. That also given to the hip hop genre, because there is a less age is in 20. So in less than 20, you can give it any kind of data, you can get it in the hip hop genre. Same like as above 37, you can give it that the genre will be there in a classical, because our entry is only minimum range is 20, maximum age level is 37. So in between that, the genre will be differ. Maybe the followed by the same value above 37 or below 20 means you can facing the same genre, that is hip hop. 20 below 20 means you can be facing the hip hop. Above 30 means 37 means you can getting the classical. Now I can show you to 45. The 45 is not available in our data set, so I can run this classical. It is predict from both algorithms data. Yeah, of course, sir. So this is the way the classification will be there. So they predict the multi classes. You can see there is a 6 kind of genres: the hip hop, classical, jazz, acoustic, dance, and the 6 kind of genres is that they have predicted based on the type wise, mod count wise, feature wise, they have to predict the value. Okay, so same here I will show in the another one, that is crop prediction. That was a good one. That also same process, same procedure, the model and process, everything will be same, but the output will be differ. Okay, I choosing okay. Yeah, crop prediction, that is also a machine learning concept. Here also I can using the decision tree classifier, because already I said why we can choose the decision tree means the multi classes is there, the decision tree classifier is fit for this particular multi class prediction. So that's why. So others we already you know about that, the pandas, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn, and train test split. The warnings is an unwanted file we have upload to our file manager. They give a warning like ignore the file, like that way. So that's why I using. If in case you are not mentioning this one, that is not a problem. And train test split, that is already we know. So we can split it our data and training to our data. And accuracy score, we have checked it our model score. Decision tree is a to algorithm name of our model. So already you know this, right? Okay, here also we can upload our data set. So that was OpenCV concept, sir. So the deep fake and everything is a OpenCV concept. So we have a cafe model. That is a cafe model. One pre-trained model is that. So we can manually train the model. It's take too much time, and we need a much kind of image data. So if we have to using the deep fake phase, we can using the already pre-trained model. That is a cafe model is that. That is available in internet or GitHub. This kind of repositories they have a deep fake detection. So if it is possible, I have to show in end of the. Okay. Okay, first I have to upload, just an upload and run this one, how it is executed. Yeah, here the crop recommendation CSV. Based on our details, they have to give a recommendation. So in this particular temperature and humidity and weather condition wise, this kind of crop is fit for this kind of land or situation. Okay. So just a minute, again I upload this. Yeah. So once you uploaded, I have to refresh our copy path as usual. We have to follow this step. Okay. So you can see the N is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium range, temperature level as humidity level as well as pH range and rainfall range. Based on this features wise, we have to predict which kind of crop is fit for this. Okay, I have to use VS Code. Okay, fine, not an issue. So I have to open in VS Code. Just a minute. we have to open the entire folder that is fit for us. So choosing crop prediction using machine learning. Oh, okay, just a minute. I am choosing IPNB. Yeah. Yeah, now it's there. So I run this. I have to choosing the Python environment. So before, if anyone using the VS Code, I prefer you can choosing your folder. So don't make a file individual file. You can choosing your entire folder, your code file and your data. Everything will be, you can store it in a single folder, and you can open the same folder in a VS Code. Okay, so and followed by your version. So already, so that is a full and full. We can focusing on the Python programming. So that's why you can choose it your version of Python. So I have two kind of versions, like environment. Which one you need, you can choose. I choosing 3.12, choosing the Python environment. After that, I have to run this cell. First, you can open the VS Code and go into the file and open the folder. So click the open folder option. That is asking to where your folder is there. You can choosing the folder and select the button to a folder, and you can click here the file explorer, same like as Collab. The file explorer is there, and you can click the file. So now I have a multiple, the IPNB file is there, and a Python file individually is there, and a CSV file also there. So whatever you need, you can choose. Okay, so once it is uploaded, so that it was loading. Okay, it is executed. Maybe it's an individual editor, so that's why you have to manually installing your libraries, so like pandas, numpy, everything. Still it executed, so here wait, because okay, so just a minute, I have closed this file and again I open this. Okay, still it executed. So Collab is instantly they have executed the cell, so the Visual Studio is take some time, so that's why. And also it's taking too much internet, so that also it's taking this execution process. No sir, now I am not using the deep pre-trained model, sir. The model name is a cafe model. Deepfake cafe. Which kind of product you can use? Now you can using the deepfake means the deepfake cafe model, deepfake what was that? Proto text model. There is two kind of models is needed. So if it is possible, tomorrow I will show the deepfake concept also. Already have this project, I will done that. Okay, so it's still running. Okay, it takes too much time for execution, that's why I followed by the what was that, Collab. So you can try with yourself in VS Code, because maybe some too much windows is that maybe it's take too much time for execution. So now I show in Collab, explain in Collab. You can run with yourself in a VS Code. If you have facing any issues, you can give a screenshot in a group. We will discuss about the problem, error. Okay. So now I have executed the values, I make data sets like this. So here our target column is a label. So based on the features, these factors wise, the model will recommend in these features. You can give it this kind of crop like that way. So otherwise, you know, the tail function is executed the last 5 rows. There is around 2200 entries, that's why it's executed like this. And the shape 2200 entries and the 8 column is there. And data describe means, so which are the column which contains the numbers like numerical values, that columns only executed here. So everything, so apart from the label, everything will be there otherwise. So nitrogen level, phosphorus level, potassium level, temperature range, and humidity, and pH level, and rainfall level. Based on this values wise, we have to easily predict the crop. Okay. And label of unique. So label column, which kind of classes present in this particular label. Here you can see the rice, maize, chickpea, kidney beans, and pigeon beans, moth beans, mung bean, black gram, lentil, pomegranate, banana, mango, grapes, watermelon, muskmelon, apple, orange, papaya, coconut, cotton, jute, and coffee. This kind of as a nearest, I think 20, right? How much? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Around 22 entries. I mean 22 values is there. Like classes. So based on the value wise, which crop is fit for our land, they have to give a prediction. So information means how much null values. Here null values is not there. There is 2100 entries starting with 0 to 2119. Column names and null count, data types. So there is first 3 is an integer because it's having whole value. You can see everything is a whole value. That's why it's mentioning like a integer. Temperature and everything is a float because of it is a point values. Label is represented into the what was that? The text format. That's why it's represented to the object. So value counts of the label. So every value is having the 100 into 100 because we have a 2200 entries. Our label count, the classes count also 222. Splitting into the tens, we have to find out the hundreds. So every crop having the 100 entries in our data set. So next I have to visualizing into the picture format. So already we know the count is having 100. So every crop, so rice, maize, chickpea, everything will be there in a equally 100. The every bar is showing to the equally to 100. So next one, label conversion. So already we will discuss about this. The label conversion execute, text format is converting into the number format. So rice is represented to the 20 or maize is represented to the 1. So like that way. So randomly the value has to be assigned in the labels. So from sklearn.preprocessing package or library. Because each label, each crop having the 100 entries. You can see. Here you can see, sir. So the rice, I will show in the data set. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, now I open this. You can see. It's randomly assigning the first 100 entries is a rice. So you can count that. Yeah, you can see there 101 starting to 0 to still 100 or 99. Yeah, 101 entry is a rice. 100. Yeah, starting with the 2. Yeah, that's right. First index, the first row contains the column name starting with the 2. So that's why the 101 is still rice label is there, like rice crop is there. After 102, 101, they are starting from the maize. So every crops having the 100 entries. So that's why the each column having, like each values is having the 100 entries. So that's why every we can check it here. That is 100 in 100 every column. Where is that? Yeah, every label having the 100 entries based on our data set. Defaultly, I can download the dataset. They comes like in 100 entries. The first 100 is a rice, second 100 is a maize, like that way. I can't manually do that. Okay, now we have to convert the label into the numbers way. So coder is a label encoder. Already I said is a multi classes is that we can follow up the label encoder. It's a yes or no type means we can follow it by the one hot encoder. Is easily assigning the value 0 or 1s like that. it's going to the one or about two values, we have to fiction into the label encoder. So based on the label class name wise or class count wise, they have to initializing the numbers value. Here we can see after this conversion, we can check it again our data set. The labels are mentioning like a 20. So rice is mentioning like a 20. That also manually assigning the values, randomly assigned. So we can't fix it the value like this. It is the first one for us 1 and the second is for us like 2. Like that way we can't assigning. If you want to order way, we can manually change it the value. So already showing in the first session, I mean first car price prediction I will show, right? I was showing that. Automatically the model has to convert the value. It's randomly they are assigning the value like this. So first one's a rice in dataset, but it is assigning to the 20th index. The rice value is converting the 20 number, and the maize is 11, and the third one is banana, means that is a 3. It's a randomly assigned. We cannot give. No, 20 is a randomly assigning. The label encoder is randomly assigning the number to our individual class. If we need to manually give it that, we can assigning the replace function. Is there any minimum dataset criteria in case of applying deep learning? So mostly we have applied our deep learning concept in an image only, sir. So because it's followed by the neural network concept. Neural network only classify the value of image, pixel values of image. So machine learning is we can followed by the steps, machine learning steps only. So mostly the deep learning is not executed in this process. Okay. Yeah, attendance link is still we are not getting give it that. So okay, kindly wait. Still 5 o'clock only is there. So 5:15, near 5:15 we will share attendance link. So don't ask now, okay. Okay, Pawan Kumar sir, the deep learning is we cannot apply it here. It may be image data we can car brand prediction or image classification or leaf distribution. This kind of project we can do. We will using the deep learning concept. That also we have to train, means we need a much data, maximum data we need for our training process. Oh, you can ask me for a voice data set. Okay, what my voice means you can ask me about the personal assistant, that kind of project you can ask. I can't understand your question, sir. What I try to ask. Okay, no issue. Just hold on the question. After this explanation, after this session, you can ask. So end of the last 5 minutes or last 10 minutes, you can asking your query, sir. So now I can understand your question. Okay, so kindly hold. End of the session, we will discuss about that. Okay, so now, yeah, so now you can understand. Now we can understand what I try to say. So again, same like us, the unique thing is every text value is made up for the numbers, and we can fix it drop the label column in an individual variable, as well as already we do in music genre, right? Same thing. The x contains the nitrogen level, phosphorus level, everything will be there in the x variable. The y variables contains the label names, like the class names. The maize, rice, the class names are contained in the label. Okay, so now the data dot shape and the x dot shape. So data means total entry 2200 and x is having 2200. The column is different because the label has dropped into another column. So that's why now we can check it the x. In this place there is a label, no, not the label column has been available because it is dropped into the y variable. Now we can set the values are showing like this. Again we can split in the data as x train, x test, y train, y test, like that way. The train test split function is assigning to splitting the data for equally for training process and the testing process. Again x and y is the input and output. Test size is a 0.2 and random state is a 2. Already I said the random state is helps to classify the value, hold the score value of our accuracy. Okay, so now I run this. Yeah, right, sir, but in y is we can represent to the prediction. Only one target column only we have to drop. Otherwise, why the another column is needed for our prediction? Our major concept is crop prediction. Okay, right? Here in this based on these features. So generally we can discuss about that. Last session we can see the car price, right? We have to bought one used cars. We can majorly focus on the kilometer driven, how much kilometer driven, as well as the brand name. Okay, we can take, and how many owners, and what are the fuel type, and what is the which year they have to release. This kind of features is important. Every feature will combine the one kind of input. We can bought the one kind of car. So in this features I have to drop it into the prediction, how it is used. Our major motto, we bought a car based on this previous features. So same like here also. So we don't need to add it the value, sir. Okay. So the question was right, but no needed. So we no need to adding the another column for in a y variable. The y variables, it is defaultly available for our predicting value, like target column only. Because in this place our label is our target column, that's why I drop it the label column in a y variable. Already said x is a input, y is a output, right? So that's why we can't assigning another column name in a y. No needed. So we can't do. I not say like that, but no need. That's only I was said it here. Okay, so now we can go with that next process, that is shape. Okay, already we can do the splitting, and the shape you can see 1760 and 440. That is based on the 80% and 20% in the range. Now I give it to the 3 means 0.3 means the 30% of data is going to the testing, 70% of the data is going to the training. So now again I run this, we can see the value in this place as in this place. You can see that that's a 1540 and 660. Because of I increasing the test size, that's why some values is 200 values going to add it to the testing size. Based on our requirement, the value will be decreased or increased. Again I have to fit the input and output training. You can see the decision tree classifier. The decision tree classifier we can choose, and again we can check the prediction of accuracy value of both the training and testing data. Already we know extreme prediction is a variable. The predictive value is storing it here. Again with the accuracy score will be calculated by that input data. Again it's executed in this place, that is 100% accuracy. Because we have no null values and no duplicate values. That is the one advantage. Otherwise we have properly split the data for training and testing, and then we can choosing the right algorithm for our prediction. So that's why the 100% perfect model is there. Okay, and now we can go in the testing process also. The testing process having a less data, so that's why it is executed to the 98%. So because why it is showing like a 0.98 means 100% means there is a no it's not getting a wrong output. Maybe the 80%, 87 or 90 means 1 or 2 values has to be going to the wrong prediction. 100% means is not miss out the wrong, is not entering the wrong prediction. It is given the exact value of our particular features based on the crop. Okay, that's why I said 100% is a perfect one. It's less than 100 means maybe, we cannot say it, maybe it's happen. 1 or 2 will be there for wrong prediction. Here's a 90%. 9.99 means if I not give it to the converting the 100 means they providing the point values 0.98, 0.1 like that. For our understanding, I have to give multiplied by 100. That is provided into the 100% out of 100. Okay. This also again okay. So again same thing, before that we will see now the input data is there, we can manually give it the value 1 by 1. So here what is the difference mean, I am using the for loop, for 1 by 1 the values will be added here. Yeah, sir, I said I talk about the result only. The 100% getting means our result also giving good prediction. The exact answer they have to predict. In car prediction, you can notice that I said because the values will be too much long compared to our actual price. The on car actual price is 100. I mean 1.5 lakhs means our predicted price is going to be 3.5 lakhs. Why? Because of the model is not properly there. We can get in the 0.79 and 0.80. This kind of accuracy value we can get. So by remaining the 20% of missing values, they provided to some wrong values may be there. So now you can understand. You have remember the car price prediction. I said we have to change our model. When our model will give a high accuracy and 100 given full accuracy means they not give it put a mistake. Okay now. So can overfitted model I give 100% accuracy. Not like overfitted. Exact value. We can't say the overfitted that our needed value is there because every class is having the equal entries. The 22 is having 100 equally splitted the data. That's why the prediction will be there properly. Maybe the rice is having the 105 or 110, sorry, 110, but another values comes like 101, like that way this comes means maybe the 100% accuracy it's not there. Every entries are equally splitted and the classes are equally splitted and our values are, data set are very clean and structured one. That's why we can get in the 100% accuracy. How our music genre, that also same. There is less data and equally the classes is there and equal level of gender count. So everything is equally there. So we can get it the 100% accuracy in this both kind of concept. Okay. So now we can go with that prediction. So now the prediction value will be there in a 0 is equal to the both values are meeting into 0 means the crop is an apple. The value when the value is equal to 1 means the crop is an banana. When the value is equal to 2 means the crop is an black gram. So based on the value base, already we convert the value in a 0 to still 20, right? So like that way they have to initialize. So still we are not discuss about the unsupervised learning, sir. It's a supervised learning. It's a classification type. Tomorrow we will see the unsupervised learning, the clustering type, how it is initialized. Tomorrow we will talk Manamalan, sir. Now we are not talking about the unsupervised. It is a supervised one. Maybe spelling mistake you give it that. So kindly check it that. It is a classification type in a supervised learning, sir. Okay. So this is the way the prediction is there. Once I will showing in a UI format, you can easily understand the concept. So individually we can give that values one by one. So based on this input the features like the potassium range and phosphorus range, like that. Once I going to the command prompt, you can using the streamlight. So the car price I will showing the GADU, right? So this time I will using the Streamlight UI. Streamlight is also one of the GUI framework. Is creating a user interface for our machine learning prediction. Then go with that Streamlight and run. I have to initialize in the location of my file. So here the file location is there, right? I can choose this and copy the path and I can show it like Streamlight run means the particular file has to be run in a Streamlight framework, using Streamlight framework. Okay, it is not there. Okay, fine. No such command. Oh, sorry, I have to give it a space. Streamlight run and give a space and paste it here. Now I run this. So now we can see the Streamlight has been executed here. Still it is running to connect with our file to the UI page. Okay, so now we can see So automatically manually the values will be there. Manually, randomly not like that. Automatically the randomly the values is there for our input understanding. So that's why now I can change it the value. So we can start it from this. Yeah, just a minute. As usual, how we can follow by the test, genre prediction, same thing we had followed here. So we can start with a maze. So you can see properly the 135 index I have to choose. The 135 index, the ranges will be mentioning to the crop of maze. So now I give it the same value. We can check for the existing data, the machine will be predict properly or not. First we can confirm this, then we can manually, randomly give that value. Okay, starting with the 64 nitrogen level and 35 phosphorus level and also 23 potassium level, and temperature range is at 23.0, I think around 23 degree. 0.02 means it is converting into the 23 degrees Celsius. Humidity, it is 61%. 61 is humidity. 61.99. So that also converting into 2062 like that way. pH range of this means it is 5.8 or 5.68. We no need to give an entire value. Maybe in the particular decimal value, after the number is highest one means they automatically converting to the whole number like that way. And rainfall level of maize, the 135 index means that is a 63 centimeter of rainfall is there. 63 centimeter is equal to 3.8. You can see automatically the values will be converting like that. So now I give it the predict crop means the predicted crop we can get like a maize. So once I give the predict crop, you can see the recommended crop is a maize. So it is properly predict that. Okay, so I can follow by this same thing, but I give it like a very less values of the factors level. So I give it to the 24 and the phosphorus level is an 15 and the potassium level is a 12, and I followed by the same temperature and everything will be there. So we can check randomly give it that. So which kind of is fit for that? It's a moth bean. We can see because I give it that particular what is the fact, the parameters levels only I have to give it a less one. Others the temperature, humidity, pH level, everything will be same. So they have to recommend to the moth bean. So we can check it that the moth bean is having a less level of particular nitrogen values, and we can check. Yeah, you can see there is a less values is there. So the 7, 8 and the very less the 15, 4 like that way. The less values only I give it that these 3 columns. Automatically they predict is a moth bean. I can give it like a randomly. So based on the less values wise, they have to predict it is a moth bean. This features is fit for the moth bean crop. So this is the way we can predicting the crop prediction, like crop recommendation system using machine learning concept. There are also classification type. Okay, now we understand what is try to said still now. This is the way we can predict the output. So today evening or tomorrow morning, I will share it the code. You can try with yourself. Yeah, day 3 attendance we will share it in a WhatsApp group. Okay, so don't ask now. So now we can fill to a day 4 attendance. Day 3 attendance we will share it in our WhatsApp group. So who are all not there in a WhatsApp group, kindly we will share it in chat box. The WhatsApp link is there, or else description also we can provide the WhatsApp group link. So everyone can join the WhatsApp and you can get it the day 3 attendance link. So don't forget to give a day 4 link. Already the day 4 link will be shared and available in a pinned comment. Oh sorry, it's not pinned. Okay, so this is the way we can see that the recommendation system of a crop prediction in classification type. Okay, I hope everyone can understand. So now again as usual we can come into our routine your time. So it's a part 2 of AI tools. Like day 2 we was discuss about the part 1 of AI tools. So basic tools we know, that is a very familiar. There also is a familiar one. We know we can experience this. So test size is related to a splitting processor. The accuracy is based on our training size. Don't confuse with that the 0.3 and 0.2 like that. The 100% will be there in our model accuracy. The decision tree classifier model wise, they have to provide model plus our data wise, training data wise, they have give a 100% accuracy. So don't confuse with then the test and 100%. Okay, second one is a Grammarly, fifth one is Hostinger. Yeah, fine. Ashok Karo Gotipati sir. Yeah, super nice try. So what? That was 2 right. Second was a Grammarly, fifth one was a Hostinger. Yeah. So what about others? So 1, 3, 4, 6. What about other tools and what about other people's? To kindly say the answer for this. What happen if we give the test size 100? 100 means they are not training. The model is not predict anything. We can focusing on the training process. If you not to say the question, for example, we are a teacher. Okay, I am a teacher. I am teaching one kind of student. I am said only answers only. I am not said about the question. I have said only answers only. They are not. I not give a training for how to read the question, how to understand the question. This kind of process I am not giving to the particular student. I only said about the answers only. How they can the particular student can understand the question. For exam purpose only they can use. It came out to is entering to the any job or another higher studies. They are the person. I mean the student has to be in go means he is know about the understanding the question and read the particular line. So same thing here also we can follow. We can equally give that value. We can have a training data as well as testing data. Without testing or without training means we cannot get a proper output. Okay, sir. So that's why I can give it split the values in equally. Okay. Fourth one is a DeepSeek. Yeah. Okay, fine. First one is a Copilot. Yeah, right. So most of the people said about first one is we got answered. First one is a Copilot. Second one is a Grammarly. Fourth one is a DeepSeek. Fifth one is a Hostinger. So what about the 3 and 6, third one and the sixth one? That also familiar one. No one can set the answer for that fourth and fifth, I mean sixth. MS Copilot. Okay, that is Copilot. The MS maybe you type in mistakenly or the full name is MS, right? Okay, as usual. So not now is not an immediate task. So you can take some time, and you can share it your answer in our Google review already. We will share it a review link in WhatsApp group also, and in this particular video, live videos description also the review link will be there. So you can share it your answer in the reviews or else WhatsApp group or a LinkedIn page also. I will show a LinkedIn URL also. We will share it in a group as well as description. So you can give it your answer in that particular platforms you can use. So maybe you don't know anything, other people will understand your answer. I mean they got the answer from you. Third one is a Grok. Yeah, exactly, ma'am. Bonali Gogai, ma'am. Yeah, super. Grok. Third one is a Grok. Sixth one is a Orange Starburst. Jamo, sir, you said the exact answer or you can give it a random answer. Third one is a Gemini. No, Shalini Divya, ma'am. No, that is not a Gemini. Gemini logo is look like a star, like that way. Third one is a Grok. Already ma'am has to be said the answer for third one. That is a Grok AI. Revolt. Which one, sir? Which one is a Revolt? Gate colonizer. First one is a Copilot, second one is a Grammarly, third one is a Grok, fourth one is a DeepSeek, fifth one is a Hostinger, sixth one is a Asterisk. Asterisk. It is one type of symbol. Oh, you can mention it like a hash symbol. Oh. No, sir, I am not asking about the Terraform. No. Sixth one is not like this kind of 3 A's. So search. It's a very easy one. If you know about the Grok means definitely you know about the sixth one also. Yeah, fourth one is a DeepSeek. Yeah, right. Nishanti, ma'am, right. Gemini, DeepSeek. So Gemini is not there, ma'am. Anandavalli, ma'am. Third one is a Grok. That is not a Gemini. DeepSeek is a right. Yeah, ma'am got answered. Dr. Bernali, go guy. Yeah, exactly. Sixth one is a Cloud AI. Okay, first one is a Copilot. Second one is a Grammarly. Third one is a Grok. And fourth one is a DeepSeek. Fifth is a Hostinger. Sixth one is a Cloud AI. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you for that. Thank you for your answers and interactive sessions. And Geet Kalan is a special thanks to you. You can asking much questions. So thank you for that. Okay, so kindly give a favor for me. So kindly share it your review in a Google review page. We will share it a link in a group. So or else you can take an effort for me. You can search with our page like this. I will show you. So you can search with that Pantech e-learning. Pantech e-learning. Sorry. Research and development. You can search like research and development. You can get it the page like this. Pantech e-learning research and development. You can search like this. You can get it our website in the right side. You can go with that review option and write your review like. So you can mentioning to my session, our session name or my name, Shankar mentor name. You can also mention if you need. You can mentioning my name also. My name is Shankar Ganesh. Okay. So mention our name, our company name, and our program name also. So whatever you need in this, you learn in this particular session, that also you can provide. That is most helpful. You have any suggestions also? Definitely feel free to. You can share. That is most helpful to us. We will improve ourselves and me also. So I hope everyone can do this. So everyone said about the session here, that in chat box. That was I'm so happy to that. Thank you for your wordings. So same like that, you can provide it in Google reviews. That is most helpful. Okay, thank you all. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can contact. You are asking your queries or doubts in a WhatsApp group, as well as the mobile WhatsApp number also. I can share it here, and my mail ID also there. So whatever it is, you can share it. Contact this kind of information. Platforms. So thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and thank you for your listening. We will meet with tomorrow session. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Yeah, day 3 attendance we were shared in a group. Don't worry about that. Day 3 attendance, because yesterday we have middle of that session the live was ended. So that's why we will share it in a WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, faculties. We will meet with tomorrow and see you.